TAG TV and TAG Radio be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. TAG TV, TAG Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. TAG TV and TAG Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. Global route planning. Optimize secondary distribution operations. Shelves need to be stocked. The world needs fuel. Oh, and while you're doing it, make sure the logistics process is better, faster, and smarter, and at the same time dramatically reduces the carbon emission footprint from fuel consumption. It's all about connectivity, not virtual over broadband, but actual in the air, ocean, and overland transport. Today, the complexity of production logistics can be modeled, analyzed, virtualized, and optimized. Enter ORTEC. Greetings, everyone. It's Thursday, March 3rd, 2011, and this is a special Premier Showcase edition of Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. The value of time and place utility in global production logistics and supply chain management. Put simply, high-tech advanced technology meets having the right item in the right quantity at the right time, at the right place, for the right price, in the right condition, to the right customer. Yikes! Which takes us right to today's TAG Premier Member Focus as Tino showcases ORTEC and its innovative solution, Perfect Shipment, as we meet Company Vice President of Product Strategy and Industry Relations, Bobby Miller. ORTEC utilizes demand forecasts to generate optimal shipments, enabling organizations to plan and reduce freight costs in advance of execution. Bobby pioneered the concept, bringing his over 25 years of expertise in supply chain software solution development when joining ORTEC in 2007. Prior to ORTEC, he was Senior Management of Supply Chain Excellence at Georgia Pacific and has held various positions with Kraft Information Resources, IRI Logistics, and Manugistics. He currently serves as Chairman of TAG's Logistics Society. Up to the special Premier Member Showcase Edition, how global companies manage economic volatility and perfect shipment logistics, as Tino speaks with ORTEC Vice President Bobby Miller.
Bobby, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk today.
Thank you for having me, Tino.
It's good to be talking with ORTEC, our friends at ORTEC. You guys are great TAG supporters, and we appreciate that. Let's jump right in. We'll start with the crude oil prices today. Wow, they're really starting to climb, and with the activities in Libya and in the Middle East and around the world, expectations are that they're going to continue to rise. So how are global companies managing this economic volatility?
Well, if you look at the global companies today, what they're trying to do is develop what we call quick response programs that will accommodate the unexpected spikes that is occurring due to the Middle East political activities. Now, with that, what they're doing is developing programs where they can understand the effect of the expected supply chain delivery cost increases, right, and what that'll do to the prices of their products. Now, what's occurring is fuel charges. Fuel surcharges is what we call them today, and that's the added fee that's charged by a truck carrier for excessive fuel cost. And the last thing that people are doing to address some of the spikes in the fuel costs is looking at their lead times. Well, instead of trying to ship direct on a truck, why don't I go rail? Let me take a look at that. Or if I'm doing import containers from China, and it's costing me anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000 for a 40-foot container, why don't I look at how I could pack more product onto those containers?
So it's really a logistics solution, and I know that ORTEC's in the center of that. And so how do these solutions help companies in this climate? Obviously, there's a financial implication, but is this something that companies can relatively jump into easy, or is this something more difficult?
I would say it's somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
So if you look at how companies like an ORTEC is helping in this kind of economic climate, one is We're looking at trying to figure out how we can help them in their freight spend, how we can help them with better asset utilization, and how we can help them with such things like human capital, that is, the resources that are required to move product from A to B. In these economic times, we're looking at helping companies identify and save on amounts of freight necessary to ship goods. This can be done by making the trucks, fuller, for instance, by looking at dimensions of products, looking at the truck itself, the dimensions of the truck, and looking at other volume and weight constraints to figure out how to get more on a truck. So companies like Procter & Gamble or a Georgia company like Georgia Pacific uses these kind of solutions to address the ability to get more onto a container or onto a truck. The other thing that companies are doing is looking at their fleets. So Coca-Cola, for instance, routes little red trucks all around the country, right? And they have 10,000 drivers, and every day they have to figure out how can they move product from A to B and from B to C without increasing mileage. So what they do is use solutions that will allow them to plan a route better so that they can reduce the mileage required to ship the product.
And this requires technology solutions, obviously, and with the advances in technology, what are some of the more innovative solutions that have been introduced in the marketplace?
Well, some of the more innovative solutions today is, if you look at SAP, for instance, we have companies that have invested large amounts of monies into their ERP systems. So for an SAP environment, there's an expectation that I'm going to get great returns. Well, the reality is you need some of the more advanced technologies to fill some of the gaps that SAP itself or Oracle does not fulfill for you. So if you look at like in an SAP, there's embedded solutions that can be applied to address transportation requirements that a given transportation product doesn't normally address. And these solutions provide algorithms and 3D graphic capabilities that allow you to reduce freight. The other thing that individuals are looking at is how to better utilize route technology. Some of this routing technology is more advanced today because it's able to address what we would call more of the real-time requirements in the market today. Some of those requirements will allow you to make dynamic changes real time and understand what's going to be the effect so you can make some very quick business decisions when you're looking at such things like congestion, detours, and speed. That is all a part of trying to figure out how to move product across your highways and across your roads when you have all these complexities. So those are just two of the things that are being used today in today's marketplace that is a little bit more advanced in their capabilities because of the given fuel cost that's in the marketplace today.
Well, when you think about fuel and the advancements of technology, it brings into fore the environmental sustainability. Going green is extremely important to most companies today. So what do you see these companies doing from a technological standpoint to reduce their carbon footprint, and how can logistics solutions help?
Okay, so most companies have developed sustainability programs and hired what we call sustainability officers.
Right.
Now, although this was necessary, many have yet to demonstrate significant reductions in the carbon footprint. So what they need to do today is really apply what we would call more of a core competence around sustainability. Most of them have developed what we would call soft sustainability initiatives, but you really have to focus on the true competency to make it valuable to the company. So what some companies are doing is looking at, well, how can we really use technologies to address some of these requirements? For instance, even for us, even at ORTEC, that's part of what we do, and we make sure that's a part of what we deliver to our customers. So, for instance, how can you take and reduce the carbon footprint based off mileage? So for us, our company, we've actually reduced the carbon footprint by more than 3.4 million tons, or if you want to call that from another perspective, 330 million gallons of fuel have been reduced. So this is core to what a company must do in order to make it sustainable. So what companies are doing today is using these transportation solutions that can truly address the carbon footprint issue, Also using more performance metrics by using business intelligence technology to help them understand where are the opportunities and to help them make sure that it is a truly sustainable program. An example would be Walmart, for instance. Walmart routes trucks every day, but it's not all about routing just the trucks. They're trying to figure out how to get the trucks back from wherever they did the delivery without coming back with empty miles. That's called what we would call smarter fleets, less fuel, and better asset utilization.
So, Bobby, we have a few more minutes, and I'd like to spend the final time with you talking about ORTEC's support of the Georgia business community. For example, what you're doing with high schools and colleges. I know that ORTEC's very community spirited, and I think our listeners would like to hear a little bit about what you guys are doing there.
Okay. I would start first with the fact that for ORTEC, we have a big footprint here in the Atlanta area. Coca-Cola and Georgia Pacific, Plum Creek and Nemasco are all customers of ours that we're very proud of. Some of the things that we have done for the high schools and for the community. We would take a look at what has been done through the Atlanta Food Bank. The food bank has a limited number of drivers and resources, and with their current business processes and systems, they were not able to efficiently and effectively handle new donations from the retail stores without improvements. So they're using our technology to provide a way to reduce their logistics costs and better manage the drivers that they have. That's one. The other thing we do here at ORTEC is we have partnership with Georgia Tech intern program, and we've hired several students focused on industrial engineering. The other thing we've done is recruited heavily at Georgia Southern's University, where they have a up-and-coming logistics program. And the other thing that we have done directly with TAG itself is sponsored high school students participating in the internship and mentorship program. And we're very proud of that, and we expect to continue with those efforts here in the Georgia community.
Well, Bobby, congratulations on what ORTEC's doing. We're certainly glad you're part of the community and look forward to continuing to work with you as part of our certainly TAG initiative. And you're, as I said before, a great community partner. So thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today.
Well, thank you, Tenio, and thank you to the audience for allowing me to participate in this program. Take care.